Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm Kerry Wood, pastor of the Goldston Methodist Church in Goldston, North Carolina, and we are continuing to ask big questions, and now we're looking for the Global Methodist specific bigger answers. This week we are looking at the big question of what is salvation? What do we mean in a Global Methodist context when we talk about being saved? And so today we are looking for a bigger answer out of the Old Testament, the prophet Jeremiah, reading chapter 17, verses 9 and 10. Hear now these words. The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it? I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind to reward each person according to their conduct, according to what their deeds deserve. So, in order to unpack what is salvation, one of the very first things that we need to be able to understand is, why do we need to be saved? What are we being saved from? And the answer, Jeremiah tells us, is our deceitful hearts. Our hearts, which in Jeremiah's context is the seat of human will. This is where and how they believed in the ancient times we decided what to do. They looked at the torso being the place of decision making, not the brain. That's something that's become more of a modern idea, that I make decisions and my will is up here. In the ancient world, the will is down here. And when you say, well, I felt it in my gut, that gets to what the ancients were looking at. So he says the heart is deceitful above all things and it is beyond cure. In other words, our estate as human beings, we are hopeless. We are broken. We cannot do anything to fix ourselves. And the whole Old Testament is full of example after example after example of the reality of this fact. You go all the way back to the Garden of Eden in the opening chapters of Genesis, all the way through to the end of the New Testament in the book of Revelation, and the story is consistent. Human beings, me, you, everybody, we are broke. We are unfixable. That's the plain truth. That's why we need salvation. And Jeremiah gives us the beginning of the glimpse of how something that is so broken and irreparable can somehow not be stuck there. I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind to reward each person according to their conduct, according to what their deeds deserve. In other words, God is able to come in and do the things that we as human beings could never do on our own. And that, my friends, is what we as Wesleyans, as Global Methodists, describe as God's grace. God giving us something that we could never get on our own, that we could never earn, that we could ever deserve. This is God's free choice to express love to us and save that which cannot otherwise be fixed or saved. Thanks be to God. What is our salvation? God's grace. And I'll see you tomorrow for our next daily devotion.